Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Sim Naya. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. I am seeing so many Republican town hall meeting and how they are holding their men and women like responsible for what is going on. Now, I am going to say this. The reality is that these people did not believe that they will be in this situation today. Their hope and why they voted for who they voted for was because they felt like whatever that is going to happen will never reach us. It definitely will stop at Black people's bus stop or Latinos and the rest of them bus stop. We are privileged and it will not hit people that look like me, that look like them, right? Now you all can see what it's going on. It is in them real good. And I saw a woman with cancer coming out to talk about the medic. See, the truth is that you all saw Project 2025. You all heard about it, but you all said no. We are not going to talk about it because we are privileged, and it is never ever going to get to us. By the time it will get to us, I mean probably the the term or the person's time in office will elapse. No, it's been 1 month plus, and you all are hearing it. And now look at what the town hall men and women are like, what they are talking like, very irresponsible people. That shows you how those people have that's those white women and white men have been listening to what I do not understand, and they believe them. Now they are saying that life is just on a different pedestal. Let's get into this video.
Morning, peeps. In the words of my good sister, Walt Gardner, you got your coffee? Because they had a time last night. They had a time last night in Tennessee and in Texas. Let's stop over in Texas. Representative Keith Self out in Texas, Republican, held his town hall meeting last night. Let's peek in, shall we?
Hello, Representative Self. Thank you for being here. First, I'd like to dispute House Speaker Johnson's fraudulent claim that the people here are paid protesters. The people here today are real citizens who love their country and Republican lies are compromising the democratic process and dangerously maligning everyday Americans. The lies and propaganda must stop. There is a question, yes.
Okay, what's your question?
You're not going to answer it anyways.
I'd like to ask you why you and the Republican Party have been silent about prominent Republicans throwing Nazi salutes recently.
Because they were born in a farm.
Yeah, I got your question, Ed. The Nazi salute is despicable.
Yes, it is.
Also,
Say it publicly, online.
we tried to answer every one of everything that.
You haven't answered one.
The reason why she asked that question is because Speaker Mike Johnson got up in front of cameras a few days ago and was asked about all of the backlash that Republicans are getting at these town halls. And Speaker Mike Johnson basically said that these people at these town halls are paid actors. They aren't real Republicans. So in response to that, these people who are standing up to ask questions are first starting out with saying that they are not a paid actor. But there's more. Keith Self, the people at his town hall, they are sick of Republicans' shit up in Congress.
So the reconciliation progress is that the House has passed our budget resolution. Maximum of $2 trillion. For every dollar that we don't get to $2 trillion, the tax cut extension will have to reduce by $1.
Who's lining
It's
your
a little complicated, but that's the reconciliation package.
Whose dick are you
So the
sucking?
other one is the program that jobs.
You cut your job.
U.S. Digital Service. How many of you heard of the U.S. Digital Service? The U.S. Digital Service is.
Did you hear what she said? When he started talking about those cuts, $2 trillion worth of cuts, she says, who's lining your pockets? And then she went on to say, whose dick are you sucking? Listen, the lies are not working anymore with Republican voters. The sad part of all of this is that they were okay with all of this happening to other groups of people, black people, brown people, as long as the policies were hurting other people instead of middle white America. They were okay with Republican policies. Republican policies have been harming black and brown communities for decades, and they have been able to skate free. This is why Republicans are now in the position to think that middle white Republican American are just dumb, and all they have to do is stoke up the hatred and the racism within them, and they will go for everything. And for all of these years, it's worked. But now, because Republicans have had no accountability, now they've gone so far in their racist policies that it's now touching middle white America. And now they are pissed. I'm hoping that they, in learning how Republicans have played in their faces, have brought them to this point to where they're losing their jobs, they're possibly losing their health care. I'm hoping that they are also learning that their biases and their racism brought all of us to this point. But wait, there's more. Let's go on over to Tennessee, shall we? Representative Diane Harshberger, Republican, had her town hall meetings last night. Let's stop in, shall we?
I get on record that I've not been paid to be here or to speak. I'm a retired public school educator with 33 years of experience. My husband and I currently have health insurance through the marketplace created by the Affordable Care Act. I'm a survivor of breast cancer from 2021, so I have a pre-existing condition. If not for the ACA, I would be uninsured. I have a niece on the ACA who has diabetes and will be unable to acquire private health insurance as well. I'm fully aware that Project 2025, which is the blueprint this current federal administration is following.
Yep.
I could read Project 2025.
You should have.
In all due respect, everything that is happening was part of Project 2025. Excuse me, please let me answer my question. Okay, I'm shaking. This is very important in my life.
We're behind you.
Okay? In all due respect, here. Project 2025 is happening before our eyes.
Yes, it is.
Okay?
Yes, it
So
is.
if you have read it or not,
Yes, it is.
Okay, then maybe you should, because that is what is happening. So
Yes.
tell me what here's my question. Okay.
You should know.
I need to know where you stand. According to 2025, Project 2025, there'll either be the elimination of the ACA or extreme restructuring. I will be unable to get insurance. This is a personal issue for me. Yeah. I need to know, and I hope people are recording this because I'm going to keep you to your word.
Yes.
Yes. Our representatives in our Senate so close between Democrats and Republicans, it will only take a few of you to be brave enough to stand up.
Woo! Yeah. That's right. That's right.
The president disavows 2025. We're never going to get rid of all the Obamacare because that's a safety net program. That's why when we talk about Medicaid, you're just going to get rid of the solid waste and abuse.
It's going to
We
be
have to
It's going to be voted on. Where do you stand?
But listen to me. You're not going to go without insurance. There's going to be a safety net program. I'm sure. I don't know what the president's finally going to say, but we know that there are millions of people. When I went to Congress, they offered Obamacare to me.
I need to know where you stand.
We there's going to have to be a safety net program for people like you.
Are you going to support
Yes, yes, of course. Listen, I'm on the committee that will make these choices.
Committee cutting Medicaid.
You think I'm the devil or the cartel and I'm the enemy. I am not. I am here to work for you to make sure you don't fall under that. Listen, the president understands.
I love that lady, that voter, that constituent to Diane Harshberger, I love the fact that she refused to let Diane dance around and use pretty words. She kept insisting that she answer the question. And Representative Harshberger said yes, that she was basically going to be standing with her constituents when it came to the Affordable Care Act. We'll see if she's brave enough to do that. Because we know that the goal is to cut entitlement programs, social safety net programs. We know their goal is to cut those budgets drastically. Medicaid, Medicare, and the Affordable Care Act. They want to cut those programs drastically. Remember, I told you in the video that I did on yesterday, white people, racist white people in these positions, they have no problems with white people receiving these benefits. The problem is they don't want black and brown people receiving these benefits. It is the reason why we don't have universal health care. They don't want black and brown people to get that benefit. Health care to these people is considered a privilege, not an entitlement. It is considered a privilege. And who do they think are the privileged? White people. Living in a nice neighborhood, having nice schools, that's for the privileged. It is the reason why you've got credit reporting agencies, because they wanted to be able to ice out black people because they know that white people have the money. White people don't necessarily have bad credit. It is the reason why you've got homeowners associations across the country. It's to keep the black people out. And if white people get hurt by these different policies, they're okay with it if the majority of them benefits from it. They don't want black people to have health insurance because if black people have health insurance, then they can live longer and live healthier lives. Yeah, that's why they don't want to provide any of this stuff. Oh, Lord, I feel like I just went off on a tangent. And some of y'all may not understand what I'm saying, but I'm going to leave it in the video. Anywho, Diane's constituents are not done with her.
There's been a mandate to the president from the American people. Am I correct?
No.
There's not a mandate by the American people who is overwhelming.
30%.
Congressional Budget Office, you know what it's going to be by 2035? It's going to be $59 trillion. of this country pays taxes.
I had to tell them, if they just would have listened to Black voices, listened to Black people, we wouldn't be here. I'm sad to say that Donald Trump, Elon Musk, the people in the executive branch, they don't care nothing about these town halls. I believe these Republican congressmen and women, they're too pussy to act in the best interest of their constituents because they want to hold on to power. They want to be able to continue to line their pockets. Remember, I did a video earlier in the week and I told you the new talking point was fraud, waste, and abuse. Did you hear Diane in one of her responses? We need to get rid of the fraud, waste, and abuse. Truth be told, I was shocked to see that there were some town halls that took place on yesterday because I thought for sure that Republicans would cower from the last set of town hall meetings that didn't go too well for Republican congressmen and women. We'll see how many more will happen in the future. We didn't have to be here. All of this could have been avoided. You could have voted in the competent, experienced, not racist Black woman. That's what y'all could have done. But here we are. And Black people, it is up to white people to fix this. Those racist Republicans up in Congress, they are not going to listen to our Black voices. They very well may listen to their constituents, their people, the ones that look like them. But it's got to be a whole lot more, and they got to get a whole lot angrier. Like I said on yesterday, January 6th was horrible. But it's going to take that level of anger for those people up in Congress to listen to them. I'm going to see Captain America. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. If you're not following me, hit that follow button. If you're over on the YT and are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 500,000.
The town halls have been going so bad for Republicans that some of them are saying that instead of meeting with their constituents in person, they would like to start holding teletown halls. But no, we will not be doing that, Republican congressman, okay? I believe this administration put out an executive order saying that federal workers can no longer work from home. Like it or not, you guys work for the federal government, all right? You will be showing up. We need to speak to you. Didn't you guys make a rule that you can't even vote in Congress unless you do it in person? Didn't you make a Democratic congresswoman show up with her newborn baby in order to make a vote this week? Then I think you all need to be standing on business, okay? This is one of the major problems that a lot of us have with your party. Y'all been running around Washington talking real tough. Y'all been running around Washington talking about this being a mandate from the people. Well, if this is a mandate from the people, you need to go back and let the people know exactly what they voted for. Because that's what you're in Congress to do, represent them. Am I right? There's no way you've been ignoring the needs of your own constituents. There's no way you've been ignoring the needs of the people who voted you into those positions. You guys are doing everything that they wanted. You know, the way that it's been explained to me, the way that it keeps being relayed to me, is that the people are excited about everything that's going on. All of your voters are supposedly excited about Doge. That's what y'all always say when you're at Congress. All your voters are excited about the changes. They're excited about the reformation of this government. They're excited about all the job losses. They're excited about these federal workers finally having to get back into the real workforce. That's what you guys have been saying. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene literally said that federal workers do not deserve their paychecks, and she says that this is what the people want. So there's no reason for y'all to be ducking your constituents. Give the people what they want. And right now, what they want is to talk to you directly.
If you're a Trump supporter, just know that there are 4 things that everybody who's not a Trump supporter thinks about you. And so far, you've done nothing to disprove these things. 1, you're uneducated. And I don't mean uneducated in the sense that you didn't go to school and learn to read or do basic arithmetic. I mean, you're uneducated as far as what's going on in the world. You got goggles on, only paying attention to what you want to pay attention to. Dose, you lack empathy. You don't care what happens to somebody else as long as it doesn't happen to you. Imagine for a moment the government started saying, hey, your marriage is illegal. How would you feel about that? How would you feel about that? But you don't care that it's happening to gay people as long as it doesn't happen to you. 3, you lack independent thinking skills, meaning you are incapable of forming your own thoughts, opinions, or viewpoints on things. You need pundit talking points from Fox News or whatever, that other OAN. You need those people to tell you what to believe. You don't have the ability to look into those claims and maybe think something else. It's a confirmation bias. You live in this bubble and you refuse to step outside of it. 4, and I think this is the most important one. I think this is the one you really need to work on if you have the ability, and that is critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to look at a situation and say to yourself, you know what, that's kind of fucked up. That's not right, and you can't do that. So I look forward to all the laughing emoji reactions to this video, because the people that I just made these claims about don't have the ability to defend themselves. So they do so just with the laughing emoji. So fire away.
This is all I got from this video. They absolutely wanted to speak to them directly. Now let me tell us something. You see everything going on from those their town hall. All those things were something they would have avoided. Now you heard the woman with cancer, what she was talking about, Medicare and the rest of it. Now let me tell us something. This Project 2025 was something Black people started screaming from 2023. Yes, 2023. They started talking about Project 2025 and how those things are going to affect everybody. They did not listen. Now, they need to be more angry. They need to be angrier. They need to be more angry. They are not angry enough. Why am I saying this? I am saying this because if these people had listened when Black people were telling them, all these things would not have happened. When we talk about now, why they are all outside screaming and shouting is because it is affecting them. If it were happening to me, my people and those other people, you would never ever see them outside. Why they're out there screaming is because it is already hitting them back and forth, like center, sideways, and all of it. That's why you see them doing what they are doing. They need to charge. They need to be more angry. They need to hold their Republican, their men and women responsible. Man, there will be some more. I hope to see more town hall meetings because you all need to fire out, like come out, speak up. And like I keep telling you people, you see all the system that has been suppressing and oppressing people. It is still all in your power to dismantle it. But as it stands, I know you all are just fighting for yourselves. Because what you all voted for is no longer what you were, what you are saying. When you all refused to do your research from the onset, you people did not do your research. And you did not also listen to people that did their research. That's why what is happening today is happening. If you all had listened to the people that know what it means to be oppressed, you all thought it's going to be all rosy and sweetie and all that for you. Unfortunately, that was not what you saw. Now you all are screaming and crying. You all will have a very long way to go. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.